See, Yoga Vedanta, primarily what it does to you is it awakens your whole personality so that a lot of clarity persists in your mind at any given moment. This is characteristic of a yogi mind. Anything you put in front of him, he has a totally different insight towards it. Very clear thinking process will be there. So you can extract a lot of knowledge right from yourself. If you have developed this kind of mind, you will see problems like suffering. Many of us keep complaining about stress and anxiety, frustration, depression, all this. Problems which cause human suffering, if you see them through the yogic lens, you can clearly see any problem is 80% at least it is psychological. About 20% may be some neuronal pressure, some cause for pain in your body, may be even physical pain. It is only 20% the pressure on your nerves. 80% it is psychological, it is mental. Because the mind has got used to states of worrying, negativity, it adds on, there is a cumulative effect, and you feel it as a net amount of pain, you will attribute it to some physical object maybe which caused you the pain, or some person who caused you the pain. But the essential point is this: our own thought process, mind, we have no control over it. It is just going on and on. So whatever comes into your experience, it adds on to that. So some of these basic facts, if we understand, we can control a large part of our life. Please see this, because you are controlling from within. You are not just fixing outer objects to give you better experiences. That is secondary. But within yourself, your responses, your reactions are in your hands. So then you can have the experience of life which you want. This is the great gain of Yoga Vedanta. Otherwise, you know how it can be a very compulsive life, which means a very instinctive life. You are constantly, an instinctive life is a reactive life, constantly reacting to circumstances. Instincts have free flow, not even reason, but you can regenerate that reason through yoga. Once you learn to handle the thought process separated from you, you can do all of this. You become more and more conscious within. Please see, when we use the word conscious from within, we are not telling conscious of an object, that you already are. It is not consciousness of something. You are just conscious whether there is something in your mental space or not. So it's not merely mental alertness. Please see this. It's not merely mental alertness. Mentally, you can be alert. You see, when circumstances require it, you will be mentally alert. Even an animal can be very mentally alert. But becoming more conscious means you are conscious from within in such a way, you are making even whatever is happening in your mind, that is also objective to your experience. That conscious you have become. Mental alertness is just one of the effects of this level of total conscious experience, totally conscious. When you are in that state, you feel deeply alive. You have experienced these states, please see this, but they were unconscious. Now when you make them conscious, when you deliberately, consciously bring them about, you will see this is a great gain in practical life. So that whatever happens on the mental field, you are not just aware of it, you are able to handle it. So this is the meaning of becoming conscious from within. More and more conscious, more and more alive. It has a magical effect on life, Your very experiences will change. So this is a possibility through the practice of yoga. Otherwise, the mind will keep doing its own thing and you are drifting along with that mind. Because I absolutely have no knowledge of the self. This can also happen to break the compulsive cycles of our mind. Compulsive word we did discuss what it means. You are compelled to do things, to have states of mind due to an external cause. So as long as compulsive cycles dominate your life is not in your hands. Please see this. It's in somebody's hands, or in the hands of an object, or in the hands of your friend or your family. Somebody's hands, not in your hands. So growing up actually means bringing your life into your hands. Otherwise, what's the point in knowing everything about the world? You know everything about everything, but you don't know yourself. Is there any point in this? So this is the whole training which they are giving you in yoga. If you have been practicing that meditation, you will start understanding what I mean. When your mental faculties come into your hands, concentration, focus, creativity, memory, these are no problems, these are no issues to work upon. There is crystal clear clarity in your mind, and you can work with this like tools in your hands. So you will be successful everywhere. You know, the yogic mind applied to anything makes that thing successful. He doesn't try. You don't even have to try. That has become the nature of the mind. So this level of clarity can be attained. Once you break these compulsive cycles, you will see you don't require anything to pep you up, you know, to gear up your energies. As I told you many times, something is required to make me alert, otherwise I feel sluggish. Something is required to entertain me. All this nonsense will go out of your life. You have become purposeful, focused, clear within yourself.